Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me along my journey so far. It is always a pleasure having you here with me. And if you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit that bell notification and the subscription button so that you can stay up to date with all future content. Now, in today's video, I am going to be reviewing another Japanese whiskey. This is probably, from a lot of the ones that I have tried so far, this one is definitely one that is always enjoyable. It has easily become, I guess, one of my favorite whiskies, not just for like Japanese whiskies, but I'll say for whiskey in general. And today I'm going to be reviewing for you the Nikka Pure Malt. So, and also the Nikka Pure Malt. This is the Taketsuru. So without any further delay, let's pour some of this. I have to say it's quite fitting that I'm my kind of surroundings at the moment is that we're in like the middle of Australian summer. I'm reviewing a Japanese whiskey and I am surrounded by the sound of cicadas. Now they're not as loud as what they can get to in Japan at the moment, but yeah, they're pretty noisy. So let's get on with the review and let's see what we get. So first of all, this is bottled at 43%. I've got, I say presentation wise, I've got some nice like gentle even legs coming down on the glass, and again you've just got this nice beautiful golden amberish color. Yeah, that's just really pretty. All right, let's get on with it. So on the nose, and the nose is so fresh and vibrant. So expect notes like tropical fruits, pineapples, and then those move on to the orchard fruits where you're getting your apples, pears. There's a nice amount of lemon zest that has a very refreshing citrus touch to it. And then as those fade away, then come the grasses. So you get like these nice, like freshly mown lawn, like forest leaves that have just started to, I guess when you're walking through a forest and you can smell that decay of the forest leaves, you've got that nice earthy aroma to it. There's a nice touch of like barrel char. It's quite oaky as well without being too dominant and not over oaked. And there's like a nice, very subtle smokiness that comes through. I'm not sure if they use any peated malt in this, but I am picking up like a note that is, I guess, very similar to like a peated style note. It's quite nutty as well. There's definitely like some nut influence, so I expect like a peanut almond type thing. All right, let's move on to the palate and let's see what we get. So cheers. So straight away you get like a nice light spiciness to it. It's a very thin mouthfeel. In that sense, it doesn't really have much going on for it. So some other whiskies you can find can be quite syrupy and like they really stick in your mouth. This one doesn't. You pretty much like drink it and then it just dissipates quite quickly. But that peaty influence is definitely a lot more noticeable now. So think of like a smoky peaty note that's intertwined with some nice gentle oaky notes. So those are kind of flavors that were coming on at the back end of the nose, which have now on the palate come to the front end of the palate. And then as you move along, that's when those apples and pears start to come along. The grassy notes, and also those like decaying leaves. You don't get so much of that nuttiness that I had gotten on the nose, but there definitely is a little bit of that influence on the palate, but nowhere near as much. Moving on to the finish, again pretty much follows the same profile, but it is just so gentle and very elegant. This is definitely a non-punishing whiskey. It is extremely easy to drink, and that's probably as well one of the reasons why it has become one of my favorite whiskeys. And being like a Japanese whiskey, even in Australia, you can still pick this up for a relatively decent price. It's not too overpriced, at least for myself anyway. I'd be happy to pay for it again. Yeah, it's just an all-round, just absolutely excellent whiskey. I don't think I have come across too many people who have not enjoyed the Taketsuru Pure Malt. Apparently they did also come in like a range of age statements, but unfortunately in today's the way the Japanese whiskey market is now, I guess those are pretty much impossible to come across. And I guess, and if you can, obviously you're going to be paying a lot for them. But yeah, that's enough of that rant. We've all heard the same expensive Japanese whiskey story way too many times, so I won't bore you with that. I'm gonna end the video here, and yeah, that's it. So my name is Andrew. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again on the next video. Get this.